Hey everyone. Okay, so today we're going to look at a independent t-test. So with an independent t-test, you have two different groups. So you have like an experimental and a control group that are operating independent of each other. They are separate entities. So the set of people who are doing the experimental are just doing the experimental. The set of subjects that are doing the control are just doing the control. So when you do this, it is kind of confusing at first. So you have to stack your x values from the experimental and the control group. So it's in one single column. So they are separate x values from separate things, but they're in the same column. So if you have x values and you have frequency, you would input both of those there. And then you have to separate your nominal data here and give them, the ones and the twos and name those. If you don't know how to do that, check out my first video and it is all in there how to do that. So to perform this test, if you have frequency first, you want to weight your data. So you do weight cases, you take your frequency variable over here, weight cases by, click OK. So it comes up, tells you it's weighted by frequency. You can minimize that, and then you go to Analyze, you do Compare Means, Independent Samples t-test. Click on that. So I'll reset this so you can see how this works. So you drag x values over to test variables. You already told SPSS that frequency and x were related when you weighted the cases, so you don't do anything with frequency. And then you drag this grouping variable over to grouping variable, and then you bring up this define groups. So in the define groups, you're going to put the same numbers that you put back here to give them separate names as experimental and control. So you name, if you said experimental was number 1, you put 1 here. If you said control was 2, you put 2 here. And then click continue. And then go ahead and just click OK. And then it pulls up all of this information here. Maybe I can make this a little bit bigger. So this is all here. And then you can analyze your data from here. When you're looking for significance, you want to look at the significance that is here. So if it is less than 0.05, you reject the null hypothesis. So as you can see here, it is in fact less than that 0.05 value, so you reject the null. And that is how you do an independent t-test on SPSS.